Secretary of State Kerry said late today that it would be, quote, a grave mistake for Russia to send troops into neighboring Ukraine. Last weekend, the Ukrainian president was toppled by violent protests. Today, Russia unexpectedly mobilized troops near the border in what it calls a training exercise. Clarissa Ward is in the Ukrainian capital, Kiev.
Tonight, Ukraine's opposition leaders chose Independence Square, the center of the revolution, to introduce the country's new government, to booing from some of the crowd. Parliament must ratify the new ministers tomorrow, but for some, there were too many familiar faces on stage. Katerina is a 27-year-old teacher.
People are angry, especially these days, people are very angry.
Ukraine's ousted president, Viktor Yanukovych, fled the capital 5 days ago, following a week of violence in which 80 protesters were killed. Now the country is trying to move forward, but it won't be easy. Ukraine is almost bankrupt. It needs $35 billion over the next 2 years. So far, Russia has refused to recognize the country's new leaders. And President Putin's decision to put Russian troops on Ukraine's border has raised fears that Russia will try to intervene in Ukraine's politics. In the Crimea region in the south of the country, also home to a large Russian naval base, clashes broke out. Crimea is not Russia, one group chanted. At least one protester was killed. Back in the square, Katerina had a stark message for Putin.
Leave Ukraine alone. Leave Ukraine problem. Leave our people to make our future. Don't disturb us anymore.
Clarissa Ward is joining us from in front of the barricades in the square. Clarissa, you talked about Ukraine being broke. The value of the currency has been dropping like a stone. Did anything today change that?
That's right, Scott. Well, today it even hit a 10-year low. It has decreased nearly 20% just in the last month alone. And what this underscores is how serious this crisis is. And those new leaders who were up on that stage tonight, they're going to face some really tough choices because the economic reforms that this country needs to survive are going to be very painful and very unpopular.
And the U.S. has pledged some economic support just today. Clarissa, thanks very much.